Welcome everyone to the C.A. Anderson Awards for the Fitz Department of Industrial and Systems Engineering at NC State University. We have many students and faculty and staff here with us today on the Zoom meeting, and I know lots of you are watching from YouTube as well. So take an opportunity for just a moment and everybody say hello if you can see the screen. There we go. Great. Fantastic. And I am at my house and the dog has decided that she needs to come visit. So I'm going to tell you just a little bit about what's been going on with the department this year. We've had an exciting year. We've moved into a new building. Of course, COVID has hit. I do have some recent awards that I wanted to share with you and tell you about. Now, some of the awards are not public, so I won't tell you about those yet. But just recently, Rohan Sharewaker received the 2021 Graduate of the Last Decade Award from the Penn State Industrial and Manufacturing Engineering Department. That's the Gold Award. Yay, Rohan. That's right. Yay, Dr. Sharewaker. Thank you. Karen Chen, Dr. Karen Chen received the inaugural Young Investigator Award from the Applied Ergonomics Conference. Yay, Dr. Chen. We're so excited for her. Staff highlights, Justin Lancaster, our winning in Information Technology Director, won the University Award for Excellence. We're so happy for Justin as well. Great job. Natalia Van Koosevich received a Pride of the Wolfpack Award. Jeff Hoyle won 2 awards. He got the Outstanding Extension Award from NC State's Office of Outreach and Engagement and the Creativeness in Ergonomics Practitioner of the Year from the Applied Ergonomics Conference. We're so excited for Jeff as well. Sorry, the dog keeps coming over and then she's not sure if she wants to stay or not. We have some things going on, like so many have had this past year with the pandemic and working from home. Some brief student highlights. A team of ISE students won first place in the IBM Call for Code Spot Challenge about mental health in a time of crisis for their research to address mental health challenges facing Hispanic populations. And that initiative was started by our very own Dr. Julie Ivey, and others in their work to reduce disparities and improve health, wealth, and education. We have some more students, Ryan Peacock and a team of fellow NC State students. The only student team in the competition were finalists in the Raleigh-Durham Airport Triangle Impact Challenge to find additional ways to make air travel safe and welcoming. And Kate Moore and Kylie Alons, that's a senior and a junior, were named to the All-ACC Swimming and Diving academic team for the 3rd time each. Alons was part of 2 national championship relay teams in March. We have some more exciting swimming news. Anton Epson, alumni, qualified for the Summer Olympics in 2 freestyle swimming events. So we're really going to be watching. Hopefully the Olympics will happen and Anton will get to participate. He will then join fellow alumnus Gibson Russell in MIT's Masters of Business Analytics program. So that's a little bit about the department. If you're watching today and you're an alumni, then let us know how you're doing. Get in touch with us. Go to our website. Next year, we hope to welcome you in person to Fitzwillard Hall in our exciting new spaces. Next, I'd like to turn it over to faculty member Julie Ivey, who is the chapter advisor for Alpha Pi Mu. Dr. Ivey?
Okay, thank you, and good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining virtually. I'd like to first acknowledge our Alpha Pi Mu chapter that really has pulled together this year when we had to abruptly go virtual. And I just witnessed last week that they had an excellent induction ceremony that they had to hold virtually, but they really did a good job of making it seem personal for the people who were participating. And so I'd like to acknowledge our officers. I'm not sure if they could be here today. I was trying to see. Okay, I see some. Okay. Our president is Rachel Harris. our Vice President, Jessica Williams, I see on the screen, our Secretary, Miriam LaRossi, and our Treasurer was Erica Zach. And so I'd like to acknowledge all of their efforts this year, especially during this difficult time that they were able to actually pull in one of our larger classes. And let's see, the second thing that I'd like to do is announce the Outstanding Sophomore Award. Every year we go through and look at our top performing sophomores in IE, and every year it's getting more and more challenging because our students are just outstanding. And so I would like to acknowledge our outstanding sophomore, Adam Telly. I'm not sure if he's here. It is a surprise, so he may be studying since it's the last week's classes. But I'd like to congratulate him for his excellent work. And I'd like to acknowledge our new initiates. I'm not sure any were able to join, that just joined last week, but I'd like to acknowledge our incoming class of our FCMU initiates, many of whom you will see in your classes. So congratulations to them all. Now I'd like to introduce Dr. Canton Reynolds, who is the faculty advisor for our IISE chapter.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the C.A. Anderson Award. At this time, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank the students and the officers of IISE for the work that they did this year in creating opportunities for our students to have interaction with companies. We all know that was much more difficult in a virtual environment, but the IISE leadership team did a good job of making sure that we had a good cross-section of companies come speak with our students, talk to them about the opportunities that are available, and develop future relationships for a co-op, intern, and full-time employment. And so, again, I don't know who's here and who's not because I can't see everyone on the screen, but John Corley was our president this year. So thank you, John. Ben Boyd, who will be graduating this year, was our vice president. Hazel Yidget was our secretary, and Julie Talbot, who's also one of our ISE ambassadors, was our treasurer. So thank you to the officers, and we appreciate the hard work that you did this year.
Thank you so much, Dr. Reynolds. Do we have Dr. Yunan Liu with us tonight? Dr. Liu, are you on video? If not, if he didn't identify someone, then I will recognize the officers of the Informs organization. And Dr. Liu is Informs chapter advisor, but let me find my list. This is where I would tell you bad jokes, but I'm not going to tell you any jokes because I don't have the gene that helps me remember jokes. Okay, our Informs president. Do we have Srinivasan Balan here today with us? He's the president. No, he couldn't make it today. We have Informs vice president, Vaishnavi Yadavali. Is Vaishnavi here? Yes, there we go. There she is. We've got Informs treasurer, Tianqing Shua. There we go. Thank you, Tianqing. We've got, and so we're very thankful for the work that the Informs officers have done this year, and they really did a lot of things with some special seminars with companies, and we appreciate their work. A round of applause for all of our Informs officers. And with that, I would like to turn it to graduate student Rohan Sharewaker. There you are, right? Rohan, there you are.
Hi.
Okay,
Hi,
I'm going to turn it over to you.
Sure. Hi, and good evening, everybody. I'm Rohan Sharewaker, president of Graduate Student Association. I want to take this opportunity to thank and recognize GSA officers who are actually here, as I can see them here in this meeting. Kimia Wahdat, our GSA vice president, Amira Hijazi, GSA representative, Danica Doris, GSA secretary, Manraj Alak, GSA treasurer. They all played a key role in GSA activities, from organizing various events to our latest initiative, Grads for Grads. Thank you.
And thank you, Rahman, as well. GSA really did a lot to help graduate students stay connected to each other in this time period when so many are isolated. Students both at the undergrad and graduate level, but the graduate students, many of them were not able to go home over the holidays, over the winter holidays. So we're grateful to Rahman and his leadership with the Graduate Student Association. I'd like to turn it back over to faculty member Dr. Julie Ivey, the chapter advisor for the Society for Health Systems. Dr. Ivey.
Thank you. Hi again. And I'd like to congratulate the Society for Health Systems. I want to thank their leadership for the work that they've been doing this year. They've actually been able to have some virtual events, and interestingly enough, people are sometimes easily able to attend virtually than they are in person. So we've had good turnout with our visitors from different health systems. So I'd like to acknowledge our co-presidents, Drew Keith and Tafiq Sagard. And I'd also like to acknowledge our co-vice presidents, Salam Ibrahim and Jessica Williams. And thank you for the wonderful work you've been doing to support our health system society. Now, I'd like to turn it over to Rohan Sharewaker, who's going to introduce SME work.
Thank you, Dr. Ivey. Good evening, everyone. And I trust everyone here on the Zoom call and on YouTube are enjoying this ceremony. I'm very happy to talk about our student chapter of SME, or the Society of Manufacturing Engineers. Our chapter has typically done activities related to hands-on manufacturing, including factory visits. As you can imagine, once COVID hit, that was not an option. However, our student officers from the past year, we have Parth Chansoria, who was the president and who graduated recently, and Carl Schukard, who are the vice president, who led the group through the tumultuous COVID year. And I'm very happy to share that right now we are in the process of transitioning the student advisorship from myself to Dr. Jingyan Dong. So starting summer, he will be officially the chapter advisor, and we'll have a new board of students. I had a great time working with the students over the last 9 years that I've advised this chapter, and I'm looking forward to supporting Dr. Dong and the new group of students in the coming year. Thank you. And with that, let me turn it over to Dr. Reynolds, who will talk about the ambassador program. Dr. Reynolds, you're on mute.
Yeah, it might help if you take it off mute, huh? That's how that works. So we started our ambassador program 2 years ago to give our students a chance to help us sell the department and the reputation of our academic program to prospective students, not just students that were coming to NC State, but students in other departments who may be looking for a new home and whose interests and skills may mesh very well with the 5 focus areas that we have in our department. And so at this time, I'd like to introduce our co-advisor, Wendy Coleman Bloom. And Wendy, would you like to add anything else to the work that our advisors, that our ambassadors have done over the last 2 years? I saw her there. Oh, she's having some audio issues. Let's give her a second. Okay, there you go. Wendy, would you like to add something? Go ahead.
Yes. Hold on a second. Too many devices on. I didn't expect to have to say anything. So yes, we've had wonderful experiences with the ambassadors. They've been more than we could have even ever imagined. Their ability to take the reins to lead things and identify opportunities, just like a good ISE should, for improvement, have been a blessing. And so I would just like to thank them and continue working with them to see what else we can do to brand ISE experience even greater.
Okay, thank you. So with that being said, I'd like to recognize ambassadors. I've saw at least 4 or 5 of them on here. Georgia Burgess, who's also a graduating senior.
Not quite graduating, but close enough.
You're in senior design, that's close enough. Sarah Gherkin, who's also a graduating senior, will be joining the master's program in MC. And Nikki Guerrell, who's also a graduating senior, will be joining our master's in industrial engineering program. Drew Keth, Curtis Conrad, who's one of our PhD students and was one of our inaugural ambassadors. Miriam LaRuski, Taft Lagarde, Spencer Matthews, who graduated in December and is currently a master's student. Sophie Minnick, Jackson Proctor, Julie Talbot, sorry, Leah Thomas, Crystal Walker, and last but not least, I want to give a special thank you to Hassan Washah. Hassan is a native of Jordan, and he's been in Jordan all academic year, but that has not kept him from upholding his responsibilities as the ISE ambassador. So he stayed up to the wee hours of the morning or gotten up early to participate with the ISE ambassadors in their assignments. So special thank you to Hassan.
Let me also thank Dr. Reynolds and Ms. Blue for their work with the ISE student ambassadors. I know some of you have heard me tell the story that when a few of our ambassadors came into our advisory board, and after they left the room, one of the alumni said, "My soul has been restored." Sorry, I guess hers has too. Yeah. So, you know, and that is truly they are impacting so many different aspects of our broader community. For those of you who are able, please do turn on your videos. It's much more fun to see clapping hands and kids and dogs than not to. And for those who are not able to, that's fine. I certainly understand, but it is nice to be able to see what we can. Thank you, Dr. Reynolds. Research experiences for undergraduates. I don't have a listed person, so does that mean, I think that means that I'm announcing them. Is that correct? Anybody want to tell me I'm incorrect?
Dr. Reynolds is supposed to be doing those.
My fault. Dr. Reynolds, are you able to announce the research experiences for undergraduate participants?
Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to do that. If you could come back to me, I could get the list for you. I don't have that list readily available.
Yep, no problem. That'll be just fine. We'll come back to you in a moment. The next thing on our list is the Health Systems Engineering Certificate Program. Dr. Julie Ivey.
Yeah, it wouldn't be complete without seeing me for a third time. So I'd like to acknowledge all of our health system certificate students. This has been a different year. We've done everything virtually, and like the students have really rose to the challenge. They had to attend a conference virtually. And in this time when healthcare has really taken a forefront in the way that we think about the world and the way that our whole life has been actually affected by healthcare, and especially the role that IEs can play, all of our students have really risen to the challenge. In the spring, in the fall semester, they work with student health. They looked at how student health was implementing telehealth, which they had to rapidly operationalize because of COVID. And so they looked at how should they be operationalized, how should they continue that care. This semester, we have 4 projects that they're working on. We have a team that's working with 2 teams working with the Durham VA. One is looking at dermatology, and they're looking at it specifically the accuracy of cancer diagnoses for veterans, and looking at how can we do better in that context? How can we improve accuracy? How can we improve care? The second team is working on something that's particularly relevant to us right now. They're looking at how can the VA vaccinate its veterans in an efficient way. And so they're modeling the massive vaccination clinics that the VA has held to vaccinate all of their veterans in this area. We have a team that's been working with Duke and their heart clinic, looking at particularly thinking about our nurses and thinking about the workload on nurses, and particularly thinking about the role that payroll plays in terms of the stress for our nurses, and thinking about how can we improve their satisfaction with their jobs, and also help them to dedicate more time to the care delivery of patients. And then the final team has been working with UNC Rex and thinking about, they're about to open a new cancer center. And so this team has been focused on how can we improve the registration process for our cancer patients. So the sickest of our patients, how can we improve their experience as they enter treatment and care? And so that said, I'd like to acknowledge all of our students, and I will name them one by one. We have Kylie Alons, we have Wendy Coleman Blue, we have Matt Dudnikoff, Salam Ibrahim, Carlin Ivey, Drew Kess, Alexander Magritte, Maddie Morello, Caitlin Roberts, Matt Trankel, John Watson, and Jessica Williams. I'd like to just acknowledge them for all of their hard work and the fact that they're already making a difference in our healthcare system. Okay, and so then now I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Russell King. Rusty.
Okay, I'm being interrupted too, but I think I'll be all right. What I'm doing is looking at the undergraduate scholarships. This year we had, I think, a record number of scholarships given out to undergraduates. The list is long, and so I'm not going to list all the names, but if you look in Robert's really nice program, on the second page of that, you'll find a listing of all those students. So for those of you who are here, congratulations. And for anyone who is an undergraduate who will be here next year, make sure you filled out your application for scholarships through PAC Assist, because I'll be starting to look at those in the next week or so. One other thing I'd like to do before I get to the main award here is Dr. Swan mentioned some things about a group that worked with Raleigh-Durham Airport. There was another group that participated in the FAA Challenge, which was a national event. Chase Del Charco and Wes Hankinson were involved in that and did a really nice job with that project. Okay, so now what I want to do is recognize the ISE Faculty Senior Scholar. Just to make sure it's clear, it's a little bit confusing with the title of this award. This is for the top rising senior. So this will be somebody who's graduating next year. And the student that we've selected comes to us from Manahawkin, New Jersey. You know, if you don't know where that is, it's not far from Shipbottom, out near the Bass River State Forest. She'll complete her BSIE this next year with a minor in statistics and maybe a minor in environmental science. I'm not sure if that's still correct or not. She was a social innovation fellow as a sophomore, working with an interdisciplinary team and a venture partner, Root Bioscience, to develop a cat litter product from industrial hemp waste that was coming from CBD oil production. She's a member of the Fusion Dance Crew since she was a freshman, a member of the Country Music Association Education Club. She's very diverse here. A member of the NCSU chapter of Wine to Water, which is a clean air initiative that was started by an NC State grad, Doc Henley, some years ago, and participated in a alternative spring break going to the Dominican Republic to help with water issues there. She's a member of the ISE Futures Committee, which is, she's the undergraduate representative on that committee, looking for ideas and solutions for improving the department. She's had some internship and co-op rotations with the New Jersey Natural Gas Company as an environmental engineer, Alltech Industries as an environmental health and safety engineer, and Duke Energy, where she'll finish up another rotation with the waste and groundwater programs team. So I'd like to recognize our winner, Catherine Churchillo. Catherine, I believe she's on. So as part of, thanks, Catherine. As part of this, in the next, probably about 2 weeks, Catherine will participate in the college competition, where she'll go through an interview process with the committee, and we'll wish her luck for that competition as well. All right, so back to you, Julie.
Thank you, Dr. King. I really appreciate that. It is my delight to be able to give out a number of departmental awards. And while I'm getting ready for those, let me also mention that these scholarships and other types of opportunities have been even more important this year than usually. We do know both at NC State and across the country, there are students at college, both in undergraduate and graduate programs, that have struggled financially this year. We don't have as many on-campus jobs as we normally would have. So we have had an extensive opportunity through NC State where students could apply for emergency support money. There is also financial aid that came from some other mechanisms, and that has been very helpful. I see that Dr. Reynolds is now ready to talk about the research that our undergraduates have done. So I will turn it over to him.
Thank you, Dr. Swan. I want to take this opportunity to recognize our undergraduate students that have participated in the Research Experience for Undergraduates program, the REU program. The REU program is sponsored by the college using the engineering enhancement fee. So it allows our students to get practical opportunities to do research with our faculty. And the goal is eventually to encourage our students to explore new areas of the department, to build relationships with faculty, and to eventually, hopefully, go to graduate school. So with that in mind, I will go ahead and recognize our students that participated in the program. So from the fall, we have Maddie Morello and Taff Lagarde, who are working with Dr. Julie Ivey. We have Ethan Hauser, who was working with Dr. Sarah Sashani. We have Katie Lawson, who's working with Dr. C.S. Nam. We have Jack Werner, who was working with Dr. Brandon McConnell, along with Spencer Matthews and Nicholas Leon, who are working with Dr. McConnell as well, but on a different project. We have Saesh Prabhu, who's working with Dr. Zhu Zhu. And then we have Jocelyn Chase, who was working with Dr. Maria Mayorga. Those are our fall 2020 REU students. Moving to this semester, spring semester, we have Maddie Morello and Catherine Rickard, who are working with Dr. Karen Chin. Nicole Kohlberg, who was working with Dr. Maria Mayorga. We have Maria Mackey, who was working with Dr. C.S. Nam. We have Jack Werner and Ashley Stanfield, who were working with Dr. Brandon McConnell. And then we have Troy Bowman, who's a graduating senior and was working with Dr. Ola Harrison. So those are our students that participated in the REU program. Thank you.
That is a fantastic program. It is made possible in part because of the engineering fee that students pay. It is also a great experience for the students, and many of them do choose to go on to graduate school later. So we're thankful to the students who participate and to the faculty who advise them. Thank you very much. Now, I do get the best job of the entire event because I get to recognize the awards, many of which are a surprise to the people winning them. And these are special awards because they come through nominations and other kinds of things. So the first one that I'll tell you about is the Shook Mentor Awards. And this was established by Mr. Arthur G. Raymond Jr., who's a graduate of 1969. And he established this to provide mentorship support to one or more undergraduate or graduate students enrolled in ISE at NC State. And for this fund, mentorship is defined quite broadly as any activity that contributes to learning, guidance, and professional development of students. I take nominations for this from our faculty and staff every year. And this year, more nominations came in than usual. And I have to tell you, I had what seemed like an impossible job deciding. So in fact, I'm going to give out a few more awards than we normally do this year, because I really do feel that all of these are worthy of this award. So the first nomination, the first winner of the Shook Mentor Award is Hossein Tohidi. Hossein, are you here? Can you recognize you? There we go. We have him on video there. Nominated by Dr. Beneale Starley and Dr. Osman Azaltan, Hussein has been a teaching assistant for the Python programming class for the last 3 years. And that class has seen enrollments that are sometimes 80 or more in 1 year. And despite the large numbers, the delivery success can in no small part be attributed to the contribution that Hussein has made as a TA of the course. He wasn't just an assistant who assisted me in grading. He played an active role in engaging the students in class and in guiding students who were unsure of their own programming skills. During the pandemic, he was able to elevate his engagement by interacting with multiple students over Zoom sessions and virtual whiteboards. It has taken a lot of time of Hussein, but he has had a passion for teaching Python, and the students themselves have mentioned how useful their interactions were. Thank you, Hussein, for all of the support that you've given to our students. Thank you for that. The next winner, and you will receive a check, you really will. The check is in the mail. I believe it will be electronically deposited to bank accounts as much as possible. The next nomination is for Brandon Lawrence, master's degree in IE. Do we have Brandon with us today?
Yeah, we should have a clapping track in the background. Thank you, Vaishnavi. I don't know if it,
oh, okay. Well, I have my own clapping track over here. All I have to do is call for it. I don't know if Brandon is with us or not. His nomination came from Brandon McConnell. Brandon Lawrence has mentored ISE REUs in supervised research. His personal style and additional development can be easily seen in the work of Jack Warner's technical and especially his communication and presentation skills. Brandon efficiently led both Jack and Nicholas Leone, resulting in significant research progress that culminated in Brandon's defense last week. The results received high praise from Colonel Paul Evangelista from the Department of Systems Engineering at the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. And the results can also be seen in 2 REU presentations at undergraduate conferences, both of which are permanently archived in our library. Thank you very much, Brandon Lawrence, and for that nomination. The next winner of the Shook Award is Carl Schuchard, one of our PhD students. I've seen Carl on, there we go, over there. Thank you very much, Carl. In fact, his nomination was way too long for me to read very much from it, but I can tell you just a couple of points. He's made significant and diverse contributions to mentoring both ISE and non-ISE students, as well as outreach to K-12 students in the local community over the last 3 years. There are 4 facets, but his impact goes beyond that. So mentoring, he's mentored several undergraduate and graduate students in various disciplines, including several STEM underrepresented minorities through the Goodnight program, through the Comparative Medicine Institute, and others. For his high school and community outreach, he's engaged and led biomedical manufacturing activities and workshops for Reedy Creek Middle School, Wake STEM Early College, and Athens Drive Magnet High School. For mentoring, he's been a teaching assistant for the Engineering Economics Analysis course. He has mentored teams in course projects for the Intro to Biomedical Manufacturing. And in leadership and professional services, he served as an application reviewer for the Goodnight, as well as several other positions while at NC State. Thank you, Carl Schuchard, for all of the mentoring work that you have provided to the high school students, the middle school students, college students, graduate students. We're thankful to have you as part of our team, part of our community. The next winner of the Shook Mentor Award is Ms. Kimia Vedant. And I think I've seen Kimia with us today. The nomination came in from Dr. Sarah Sashani and Dr. Maria Mayorga. She has mentored and guided an undergraduate student, Ethan Hauser. She has worked with and guided an undergraduate student, Ling Chao Mao, in a data challenge for the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Ling is now a PhD student at Georgia Tech, who's doing very well there. Kimia has been vice president of the ISE Graduate Student Association and has planned and hosted game nights for the graduate students to develop some socialization opportunities. It's been great fun. I even got an idea for the next faculty meeting. I'm going to bring it out whenever we run out of things to cover there. She's led group meetings with other graduate students, worked with graduate students from other research groups on a health-related data challenge, attended writing workshops, and so many activities that have contributed to our ISE community. Thank you, Kimia, for your work mentoring students at many different levels in the department. We also have an undergraduate winner of the Shook Mentor Award. That winner is Axel Flores Roman, who is a junior in ISE. Do we have Axel on with us today? I don't know if I see Axel, but we will congratulate them anyway. Axel has been a good collaborator in his role as an engineering ambassador, so that's for the college. He has extended himself to help Latino and Hispanic students in particular become adjusted to ISE. He works in the Career Development Center as an assistant and has helped inform students about the myriad of resources available to them through the Career Development Center. He also took on an additional role of helping co-lead the new ISE Student of Color Affinity Group alongside some of our ambassadors. And he has worked tirelessly as VP of the campus chapter of the Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers to get additional access and opportunities for that group of students. Thank you, Axel, for your work, especially at the undergraduate level. We're delighted you're a Shook Mentor this year. And the final award goes to Ms. Nikki Guerrell. You've heard her name. She's an ambassador in ISE, and she is also in the Accelerated Bachelor's Master's program. As an inaugural member of the ISE ambassador team, I believe this nomination came in from Ms. Blue and Dr. Reynolds. They have gotten to know Nikki as one of the most positive, hardworking young people they've ever known. She demonstrates a strong focus and passion for being a servant leader. She is almost always one of the first to respond to the department's request for student support and is exceptionally focused on how others engage with and see engineering. She is providing guidance to students interested in the Accelerated Bachelor's Master's program and walking alongside them after they join. She advocates for women and girls, but is intentionally wrestling with some of the hard questions of today's society. She is readily engaging and asking how she can be more than just an ally for the unseen, unheard, and marginalized communities. Thank you, Dr. Reynolds and Ms. Blue, for your nomination, and the award goes to Nikki Guerrell. We're delighted for the work that you've done. And I've interacted with her when she participated in recruitment for graduate students from Puerto Rico, and it was great. The next award goes to, it is the Outstanding Senior Award, and that has a very similar name to the one Dr. King told you about, but this one is different. This one is for the highest GPA in the department. I am delighted to tell you that the winner of the ISE Outstanding Senior is Ryan Wins. Do we have Ryan with us today? I don't see his name on my screen.
I'm here.
Thank you.
I just tuned in.
That's great. You're just in time to walk away with your golden trophy. I can get you a silver one, but not a gold one.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, congratulations, and thank you for your hard work in your time here with ISE. Thanks, Ryan. I have the name of someone. Oh no, that one's already done. That's what that means. The next award is for the Outstanding Teaching Assistant, and the Outstanding Teaching Assistant, this is voted on by the ISE undergraduates, and I am delighted to give this award this year to Mr. Eli Wilson. Eli, I saw you with us today. Where are you? There you are in your red hat there. Thank you very much. And Eli took on the teaching of two courses, 215 and 315, and worked with the students. And when the entire university moved to virtual or most of the university moved to virtual in the fall semester, Eli moved to virtual with the rest of us and just rolled with the punches. So, the students have recognized you for your thoughtful work with them. Thank you, Eli. We don't ask for a speech, although you can give one at the very end if you like, but there won't be very many people left. Sorry. We have another an award that comes from voting, and this is the Staff Member of the Year that comes from critical acclaim from our faculty and staff, and the Staff Member of the Year goes to Bailey Ohm. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Bailey, and thank you for all your work throughout the year. We have an incredible staff in ISE, and I wish I could give 20 of these out every year because we really do. Bailey has been just delightful. She's been regularly in the office and is the welcoming face of ISE about half of the time and rotates with other staff members, and has taken on so many different roles over the last year as she has helped just wherever she is needed. And thank you, Bailey, for your work on behalf of the department, and we are delighted that we found you when you applied at NC State. Fantastic. The next item on the list is we have several new awards that we created, and unless someone tells me differently, I am now moving to the new awards that ISE just created. We're very excited about this. We had an awards committee that did a lot of hard work in the last week to make sure that we could give these out today. And I am excited to tell you about them for the first time. The first award on our list is for the ISE Outstanding Staff, and this comes in through nominations. And this is a Staff Award of Excellence. The requirements are that it be excellence in service from the past 3 years, and the potential for being nominated and be eligible for and possibly win various staff awards in the college university. And this can be in customer service, public service, efficiency and innovation, safety and heroism, human relations, outstanding state government, or the spirit of North Carolina. And today I am delighted to tell you that our winner of the inaugural ISE Staff Award of Excellence is Natalia Koosevich. Is Natalia with us? There's Natalia. Congratulations, Natalia. Virtual speech that's muted, because we don't have time for a real speech. Natalia is excellent in many areas. I'm going to give you a quotation from the nomination. I want to highlight ones related to customer service. Throughout the pandemic, Natalia has continued to serve each faculty and staff member with a smile, with patience and efficiency. She is driven and passionate, working to improve operations, serve as a manager and mentor, and continue to grow in her role as the contracts and grants manager. Her supervisor, Debbie Allgood-Staton, notes, the passion for her work is evident. Natalia is very well organized. She goes above and beyond her job duties. Her hard work and dedication were on display when working late nights and weekends to submit proposals on time without complaint. She is always willing to help and thrives on being the best manager possible. Natalia is a gem to the department, and we are very fortunate to have her as part of our team. Thank you, Natalia. Thank you, Debbie, for nominating her. And thanks to all of our staff. Really, none of us could get our job done without our staff, and there's no way we could support the students in what they wanted to do. Our next award is for the ISE Outstanding Engagement Service Community Impact Award. And this recognizes current faculty members for outstanding performance in those areas: service, engagement, and community impact from the past 3 years. And I'm delighted to tell you that our winner today is Dr. C.S. Nam. And I don't think Dr. Nam is with us today. He sent me an email saying that he had a conflict. He has been an outstanding contributing member and a distinguished leader in the Industrial and Systems Engineering Society, in particular in the human factors and ergonomics community. He has demonstrated an extremely strong commitment to the advancement of the theory and practice of human factors and ergonomics in the past 3 years, serving on 8 editorial boards and a guest editor of Frontiers in Neurorobotics, special issue on neuroergonomics and human-robot interactions. Dr. Nam has been a force in enhancing the presence and reputation of the Human Factors and Ergonomics Society in Asia and other parts of the world through linking a joint meeting of the presidents of HFES, Korean Ergonomic Society, and Japanese Ergonomic Society to coordinate the programs of the 2024 IEA meeting. In the past 3 years, he has edited 4 books that integrate the seminal works of highly regarded researchers to establish a gold standard for the fields of HFE and neuroergonomics. He is also published as the main editor, the Brain-Computer Interface Handbook, which was selected as an outstanding book in STEM by Taylor and Francis Publisher. Dr. Nam has also done various outreach to the community in his role as president of the local chapter of the Human Factors and Ergonomics Society. Thank you, Dr. Nam, for your service to the community and your engagement, including internationally. We're gonna keep moving.
Julie,
Yes.
there's 3 additional student awards.
Okay. All right.
You see those?
That I'm going to give out, or that?
Yes, the 3 new ones.
Yes, I've got them on my list right here, but perhaps I went in the wrong order. That was the suggestion.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, make
Ms.
sure you get
Wilson.
those before you get to the last.
Thank you so much. You're absolutely right. Let's move to the students, and this is why we need great staff. Thank you very much. Let's talk about the ISE Outstanding Doctoral Scholar Award. I am delighted to tell you that the winner of this inaugural award is Lee Lee. Lee, are you on the computer with us today?
Yes, everyone.
I don't see you, but you've said yes, and I believe you. So I think you're on my second screen. That's why I can't see you. Congratulations, Lee. Your nomination came in from your advisors. And I'll tell you, just to tell the group just a little bit about you. He has been published in top journals in the areas of human factors and ergonomics, such as Human Factors, Applied Ergonomics, and Journal of Biomechanics. He has also given oral presentations in several peer-reviewed conferences, including Human Factors and Ergonomics Society and Transportation Research Board. Lee has served as the mentor for 3 ISE undergraduate students in their REU program. He has recently worked with students from the joint department of BME, that's joint between NC State and UNC, to start a student chapter of the American Society of Biomechanics. Following graduation, he plans to join academia as a faculty member, further solidifying research and safety promotion in various working and living environments with state-of-the-art machine learning methods. And we're very grateful for the work that Lee has done. You don't have the complete list of publications in front of you, but I assure you it's really quite something to see. Thank you and congratulations. The next award goes to the ISE Outstanding Master's Student. It recognizes current master's students for academic and professional excellence and commitment to the ISE department, profession, and community demonstrated while at NC State. This can include academic and research achievements, excellence beyond coursework, and commitment to advancing their studies through internships and work experience. And I think that there is so the first winner of this is Aman Kumar. Do we have Aman on today?
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you for speaking up there. And this nomination came in from Dr. Beneale Starley. In a short span of 6 months, Aman has transformed himself from a traditional mechanical manufacturing engineer to someone who has a strong focus on data science within manufacturing. He has excelled in academic work within manufacturing. He has also taken hard classes in computer science and excelled in them. He's currently working on his master's thesis. He has been building deep learning algorithms to automatically classify a large corpus of manufacturing text data. This work was supported by the National Science Foundation. He has submitted the work that he has done so far to the Journal of Engineering Applications of Artificial Intelligence, which is currently in review. He has significantly taken upon himself the initiative to learn data sciences with a focus on large-scale analysis of scientific text. He is particularly motivated to take his graduate degree, currently master's and eventually doctorate, towards sustainable design and manufacturing, with emphasis in using technology tools such as artificial intelligence and computing to enable communities to withstand climate change. I love it. That's fantastic. Thank you, Aman Kumar. Thank you very much. That's our inaugural winner of the Outstanding Master's Student Award. And actually, we have a second winner of the Outstanding Master's Student Award that I think is not on my piece of paper, but perhaps Ms. Bailey Ohm can text it to me for that one, and the there's a PhD one where there are 2 awards as well, or and if not, then we'll figure this out. But I actually remember the second ISE Outstanding Master's Student, and that goes to Eli Wilson. And Eli, are you still with us? I know you were with us before.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Thank you so much. And so you have also been selected for an Outstanding Master's Student Award. I mentioned that Eli taught 215 and 315. I mean, really, he took it from the ground up and did some great things with that class, and coordinated it with the other classes so that the students could really do a great job with that. Thank you very much, Eli. Okay, the next award goes to, this is for the ISE Distinguished Dissertation Award. And the ISE Distinguished Award recognizes recent PhD graduates who have written original, innovative dissertations that reflect outstanding technical contributions and are likely to have significant scientific and societal impact. The winner of this award in the inaugural year is Parth Chensoria. Parth, are you here with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Great, thank you very much. And this nomination came in from Dr. Rohan Sharewaker. Parth has made significant contributions to biofabrication science and technology, as demonstrated by his publication record. His dissertation research has already led to 6 published journal papers, in addition to 1 paper in review and 1 in preparation. He has also published 7 conference proceedings and given 4 invited talks. He has been recognized by several technical awards, including the EU's 2021 Marie Curie Postdoctoral Fellowship, the 2020 IISE Graduate Research Award, the 2019 Biofabrication Conference Poster Award, the 2019 IISE Gilbreth Memorial Fellowship, and 2018 IISE Manufacturing and Design Student Paper Award. That's a lot of awards. I'm tired. Yeah, thank you. More importantly, the impact of his dissertation goes beyond these metrics and awards. The new process Parth has engineered and optimized has the ability to make life-saving medical products at scale. He has computationally modeled the underlying process physics and experimentally validated that living cells can be controllably manipulated into distinct patterns in 3D by controlling the ultrasound properties. His dissertation is innovative and methodologically strong, with fundamental scientific discoveries as well as translatable applications with significant potential for improving the quality of life of patients. His dissertation was supported by the career, and he has made more progress in 3 years than the faculty member anticipated over the entire 5-year duration of the project. Thank you for this work, Parth. I hope that my health is such that I never need your the work that you are contributing to, but I am sure some of us will. So we thank you for your work in biomanufacturing of products that will lead to innovations in medicine. That is the list of faculty awards. I think I saw a chat that said I might have been wrong about the PhD student award. And so Bailey, if I don't get a text from you, I will assume that I was in fact wrong about that. Okay, going back to the faculty awards, the next one on the list is for ISE Outstanding Research Award. This is to recognize current faculty members in any rank for excellence in research from the past 3 years and the potential for winning various research awards in the college, university, or society. This inaugural year of the Outstanding Research Award goes to Dr. Beneale Starley. Are you with us, Dr. Starley? There he is. Yeah, he had a kid there before. I don't know if the kid's still there.
Thank you, everyone.
No speech, no speech. Thank you very much, Dr. Starley. Dr. Starley has published his work in a variety of journals that highlights the multidisciplinary nature. Papers, conference proceedings in a range of high-quality journals, specifically the Journal of Manufacturing Systems, Biofabrication, Taxon, and Computers and Industry. Over his career, his journal citations indicate 4,000 plus citations, with more than 1,400 in the last 3 years. He was also awarded SME's 20 most influential professors in smart manufacturing. I think that's pretty fun. During the past 3 years, he's been active with 5 NSF grants, 1 NSF size CNS grant as co-PI, and 1 DoD, Department of Defense grant as PI, for a total of 7 federal grants. And that recognized his leadership in manufacturing, as well as the newer area of cyber manufacturing. Congratulations, Dr. Starley. Thank you very much. The next award is for the ISE Outstanding Graduate Teaching and Mentoring Award, to recognize current ISE faculty members of any rank for excellence in graduate teaching, graduate student mentoring, graduate program course development in the past 3 years, and the potential for winning awards at other levels. In the past, we've had 1 teaching award for faculty, and it was only for people who were teaching at the undergraduate level. So this gives us an opportunity to also recognize the contributions of a faculty member at the graduate level. I am delighted to tell you that the inaugural winner of this award is Dr. Yaya Fatih. Yaya, are you with us today? I don't know if he is or not. Oh, and Shuturn, you look like you're crying. You're crying with happiness for Dr. Fatih.
Yes.
Dr. Fatih, yes, perfect. Has served as Director of Graduate Programs in ISE, overseeing activities such as the following: admissions of new graduate students, progress of graduate students, maintaining the relationship between ISE and the offices in the college, registration and records, and the graduate school, scheduling courses, assignment of graduate teaching assistants. He has served in that capacity hundreds to thousands of students in his role as Director of Graduate Programs of ISE. He was also previously Director of Graduate Programs, or co-director of the Operations Research Program. He has served as faculty advisor for Mega Rose Student Chapter and as secretary for the national organization. He has specifically advised 13 PhD students, with 3 as chair, and he served, those are his current students, I think, and he served as the initial faculty advisor for incoming PhD students in the last 3 years and facilitated their transition into the department. Thank you, Dr. Yaya Fatih, for your work with graduate students. The final new award for faculty is an ISE Faculty Scholar Award. And this one also comes, so the other ones will come with an award, but the Faculty Scholar Award comes with some funds that the faculty member can spend on their students, on their travel to conferences, and these kinds of things. And of course, the award itself is part of the honor and helps recognize the value of our faculty members. This is to recognize specifically assistant and associate professors for excellence in research, teaching, and service in the past 3 years, and the potential for becoming a university faculty scholar. And I am delighted to tell you that this inaugural award goes to Dr. Rohan Sharewaker. Dr. Sharewaker, you're with us, wave at us. There we go. When you turn your video on, you pop up. Thank you very much. We have our peanut gallery over here. In the last 3 years, Dr. Sharewaker has offered 4 primary courses targeting different levels of students: ISE 316, 498, 589, and 714. His teaching evaluation scores by students and peers have been consistently above average. He has made continuous improvements with each course offering. He was recently recognized with the COE Blesses Undergraduate Advising Award and a Distinguished Faculty Advising Award from the Society of Manufacturing Engineers. He has contributed to the university through diverse leadership and committee roles and in national and international organizations, including serving as the 2020 chair of the IISE Annual Conference, which was first postponed and then moved virtual during the pandemic. He currently serves as the Senior VP of Technical Operations for IISE on the Board of Trustees and has served on multiple editorial boards and served on the Standards Committee and Advisory Committee for an NSF initiative for a community college consortium to develop new curriculum on emerging biomedical technologies. We're delighted that Dr. Rohan Sharewaker, that we can recognize his work and make him our first ISE faculty scholar. Before I go to our final award of the evening, is there anything that I have missed so far? This is your opportunity to tell me if I have missed something or goofed up. Now, before I go to my final award, let me tell you, when we're done with that, I'd like everybody to bring in any kids, pets, stuffed animals, wall art, whatever you might have, and show us at the very end. So anything you have, yeah, get ready, doggy. You're coming over here too. Our final award is the C.A. Anderson Outstanding Faculty Award, and the reason for the season. It's the reason for our event tonight. The C.A. Anderson Outstanding Faculty Award is by votes of the students. It's by the votes of the undergraduate student population. And I am delighted, and this is a surprise to everybody except the staff member who handed me the name. As I open the envelope, the winner of the Outstanding Faculty Award is Dr. Shu Shu. Yay!
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much, Shu. And you get to give the speech at graduation next year.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. Thank you, he says. I give it back. Thank you so much. And let me say thank you to the staff who organized this event. I believe the pioneers of it were Debbie Allgood-Staton, Rob Lassen, Bailey Ohm, but all of our staff, I'm sure, contributed. Thank you for helping make this possible. And thanks to all of you for joining us today in this new type of event. And now I want to see some animals and small children, or whatever you might have. It can be big children. See there, I've got one too. Show us that ISE community before we go away for the evening. Okay, I see some kids at Natalia's house. Eli's got a big number 1. Keep showing it, folks. You got to give me a chance to see everything. Justin's got a backyard. I thought it was going to be the beach. Danita's got the beach. Beneale has a rocking chair. Oh, there we go. Now we have a kid. Lee's got his family showing in the picture. Thank you very much. I don't know what that was, Shuchurn. You have to show me again if you, because of the virtual background. I can't tell what that is. Oh, Rob's got a hat. That helps with something. I see Debbie's cat. Thank you. I've got to go to the other screen and see who's over there. I can't tell. Not as many people on the second screen. Thank you so much for joining us today. And anybody who wants to come off mute and say something, you're a Cubs fan. Somebody's a Cubs fan. Thank you for coming today, and thank you, staff, for making this possible. Look at all these shining faces. See, our community has doubled almost overnight. And I don't have my kids to show you. I don't know where they went, but I did have some parents on here a little while ago. Some of you might have noticed. One kid is in the shower. You don't want to see them right now, I promise. So thank you for joining us for the Andes, the 2021 Spring Andes. Yay.